G'day, this is Captainoob and this is the G36 rifle. So this standalone weapon right here comes with custom animations and textures and meshes, obviously because you're looking at it. And the reason I'm not currently modifying this weapon is I just want to go ahead and talk to you how to actually obtain this weapon. So upon installing this and loading your game up, you'll be confronted with a quest. And that place takes you to somewhere in the glowing sea where you get a little bit of a cell to work your way out through. You find the blueprint, I should say, and then you can craft the thing at a chemistry station. Now, once you've crafted the chemistry station, you can go ahead and modify it at your weapons thing. So, going into the attachments as usual, for the receiver, we'll put on the advanced automatic for exceptional damage. Hell yeah! And here we go with the barrels here. So you can have the compact, which actually would make it a G36C carabiner. I think that's the regular barrel. If you want to make this an MG36, I think it's called, you can chuck on that big long heavy LMG barrel there, and you can have a Lithuanian barrel, which I believe has a little custom thing on it, but yeah, it's covered in tactical rails, so that would imply more customization options, but we'll leave it at that one for now. I want to test out this weapon in sort of its regular form. And for the stock, we've got the standard one. That's all you can do with the stock. The magazines, you get the standard drum, and the drum is obviously for the MG36, but we'll go for the standard on that. And for the iron sight, or the sights here, I definitely want to go for a little bit of a EO tech on top of that. And for the muzzle, you get a whole bunch of suppressors to choose from. Actually just 3 of them. There's the AAC, 5.56, NATO, and the Helix one. All of these give you a little bit of a boost to range. The Helix one gives you a boost to range compared to these ones, so that's good. And it's a little bit lighter, which is nice, so definitely go for the Helix one. Although it doesn't look that good, to be honest. I prefer the look of the NATO one. Anyway, moving on. For the right rail, that's a tongue twister, almost tongue twister myself. You can have a flashlight or a laser sight, or have them both. Best of both worlds, that's pretty good. We'll go for, you know what, we'll go for the best of both worlds there. And the legendary effect is there if you want it. So last time I did G36, you might recognize this sort of weapon from the modern firearms mod, and in that video I had a bunch of cronies with me to help me out. I won't do that at Gunners Plaza, but as soon as we're done, we'll go ahead and recruit some of our companions. Anyway, on to that. Alright, so here we are in Gunners Plaza. As of usual, let's get stuck in that bloody turret over there. I'm sick of looking at it as soon as I get in here. And as you can tell there, with that 300 damage with the sneak attack critical, we are doing pretty good so far. Now, it's worth mentioning that the recoil on this thing is rather high, so controlling the weapon is actually kind of fun because it has a little bit of a skill use to it, which is nice. A lot of the Fallout 4 weapons in general have basically no recoil to them at all, so they're a little bit stale and boring to use because they don't really jump up and have something to fight with as you're shooting. But as we get into the video, you'll see my terrible recoil compensating skills with the mouse, having played console shooters all of my life. Anyway, so as you can tell there, the animations are good. Ooh, there's a bit of recoil there. And yeah, the animations also play in third person. Didn't get a great view of it, but we'll go ahead and try to... There we go. Yep, so the animations are consistent in first and third person, which is really good. Love that attention to detail. These guys that have made this mod obviously have made really good weapon mods in the past, so yep, this just is par for the course, and you know what, it even sets the bar higher. This is absolutely brilliant. Anyway, killing that gunner now, we are free to move on. Now, this is a thing that's sort of being brought up in the comments, just the balance of the weapons. Obviously, I've been doing quite a lot from the modern weapons mod recently, or the modern firearms, I should say. I always call it that. But yeah, those weapons are a lot higher damage than your vanilla weapons, and can be considered overpowered because they do mince one if you have a suppressor and spam sneak attack criticals. Speaking of spamming sneak attack criticals, let's do this and kill absolutely everyone in here. Yep, you can die, you can die. Yeah, again, not really this weapon's fault for being completely destroying gunners like that. You could do that with a combat rifle. That's just a little bit of a stealth thing in Fallout 4. It's just a little bit overpowered, would you believe? Anyway, moving on to these last couple of gunners. I probably don't even need to go ahead and stealth crit them to kill them. I'll shoot them normally with a little bit of hip fire in first person, and the animations for the recoil are pretty good too. Nothing to really say about that other than it's nice and solid, and the recoil on it is a little bit greater if you don't have the attachments on it, which I forgot to mention during the intro of the video. Actually aren't able to build on the weapons yourself. You have to actually require the weapon mods to be bought from shops or just found in random drops in the world to actually modify this thing properly. Now, on one hand, that kind of annoys me because I'm supposed to be lazy, or I'm a little bit lazy when it comes to weapon mods and just spawn everything in on console commands. But at the same time, I think it's a pretty good way to have weapons because you sort of purchase the things to create them yourself. So although it devalues junk a little bit in that respect, it's actually a nice way to make you improve your weapons immersively, I suppose. And yeah, we'll move on to the biggest, baddest monster you've ever seen. One more greater than Swan and more powerful than that Deathclaw we found in the glowing sea. I'm serious, this is the scariest monster you'll ever see. Just north of Sanctuary contains a monster that has driven every person that they've seen it mad. It resides in these woods and it lurks around these areas, hunting its prey with its sheer ferocity. Oh god, there it is. Okay, it's a red stag. We're gonna have to kill it. We have to kill it before it kills us. Oh. Okay, and with that, that is it for the G36. I think shooting one particular red stag in the head will give you a good idea of how this thing damages. In fact, I don't even know why I bothered testing weapons in Gunner's Plaza or testing them on giant monsters at all, when I can actually deduce all the information I need from its performance out of shooting this red stag in my head. What am I doing with my channel? Righto, that's it for the G36. Good night, kids. Just kidding. Did I fool you? I probably did. Anyways, now that we know everything we need to know about the G36 weapon and its damage capabilities, I've decided to recruit a few companions to help me shoot people with. So, present arms. I'm like their drill sergeant. Okay, so this is how it's going to go down. I've kept my G36 here. Bridget here is going to be the squad gunner, no pun intended. She's got the MG36, so there you go. Since Winter's only a puny lady who dies in one shot all the time, you get a G36C. I'm sorry, Winter, it just had to be that way. And you get the one with the Lithuanian barrel, which is covered in tactical rails, but it looked like it had a camo in the previews, but it doesn't. But that's fine. It looks kind of neat like that. You don't actually get any extra sort of... oh, you backing away, mate? Yeah, you better back away. You don't actually get any sort of benefits out of attaching that. You don't get any more attachment options, which is unfortunate. But it definitely looks really cool, actually. So we'll go ahead and take on Swan with our little squad here, and we'll see how we do. Righto, so can my merry band of weirdos take out this giant Swan dude? We shall find out now, I suppose. Yes, we're doing quite well, actually. You know what, I think I'll leave this to you. I'm going to go back and have some jet because I'm a raider and I like role-playing in Fallout 4, even though there is no such thing. So with that, I think you can see the damage capabilities of this weapon quite well. Like, in all seriousness this time, they're actually getting Swan down quite easily, although there is 4 guns training on him at once. And now that he's in his angry state, he's not susceptible to sneak attack criticals, so that is why we aren't killing him as fast as we could. Obviously we aren't benefiting from the Lone Wanderer perk either. It took me a while to remember, so we're not doing that much damage. But now he is in a state where he doesn't exactly know where I am, and he's taken down all of my companions, so without my help they would have been dead. There goes Swan, goodbye mister. And we'll get a sit rep from the squad, see how we're all doing. We're all just sitting around, apparently. Get up, Winter, you're good. You're good. Who else? Oh, we all got up at the same time. That's probably what all the companions would do anyway. So there you have it. That was 4 guns, 4 G36s versus Swan, and it's doing alright, actually. And what the hell is Winter doing over there? Come back here. Alright, we'll move on to another monster and see if we can't kill him just as easily. Righto, so here we are in the glowing sea, and remember about those flashlights that I put on my weapon? Well, I put some on theirs too, and look at that. They turn their flashlights on when it's dark in the glowing sea, which is nice. Anyway, we're going to be killing, or hopefully going to be killing, that giant-ass Deathclaw over there. So what we want to do first up is get ourselves in a decent position to attack. I'll turn my flashlight off for more stealthiness, and they should too, although they should have their weapons drawn out, so I'm not sure what they're doing. There we are. So when you go into sneak mode, they turn off their flashlights, but once you come out of sneak mode, they turn them back on. So you can see this in the vanilla game with people in power armor. I remember I used to travel around with Dan, so I gave him a helmet to complete his T60 look, and he actually turned his visor light or whatever thing off, the headlamp off when you crouched, which was nice because that bloody thing was blinding. Anyways, we're in a good position to quickly run into the cave if that Deathclaw ever detects us. So we're going to start shooting him now, and hopefully we won't have any mishaps with friendly fire here, because they do like to run in front of your aim sometimes. So with all of this, he's mutated now. Oh god, he looked at me for a second and now I'm worried. I'm going to go in here. There we go. We're nice and safe in here. Yep, keep tanking those hits, please. Yep, and we'll just kind of sit in here. He looked at me for a second and thought, nah, you can't do that. Oh god, he's too close. I think he's wasted all of my friends, except for Winter? Is Winter okay? She's my favorite. We've got to save Winter first. You're stuck in the ground, so... Oh boy. Okay, he ran off for a second, but he come back too quickly. I think we're just going to have to stake this out. Oh, okay, he's fighting a red scorpion. Alright, Bridget, you first. I'll just stim pack you in the shoulder there. That was a good stim pack. And into the shoulder there. That works. Now, where's Winter? We've got to revive Winter. Where's she at? Oh, I think we've lost her. Anyway, we'll get back into killing this giant Deathclaw now. And now he's after me. And I think one hit will probably kill me because I am that low on health due to the radiation poisoning that I'm currently taking. Oh, and with that nut shot there, we gained all of our rounds back, so the game was being a little bit cheeky about that. But my companions are down again because this Deathclaw is the most fearsome creature you'd ever find in this mod, because they needed to make something powerful. Do you mind if I shoot you there? It kind of feels wrong. Maybe I should be getting criticals every time I shoot there, because man, that'd be painful. Anyway, whilst he's running off, we might as well use this weapon in VATS for once. And as you can tell there, we're not the best in the VATS department, but that's fine because obviously it's a big rifle, and usually two-handed weapons shouldn't get too much goodness out of VATS. Alright, up you get. Right into your neck. That'll bloody get to your bloodstream quickly. And I didn't have to stim pack her at all. She just got up automatically. Where's Winter? We have to save... Oh! I think I missed you. I'm sorry I didn't revive you. Please don't hold it against me. Okay, she's mad at me. Anyways, we'll move on to one more monster, I reckon. Alrighty, so one last test for the G36 Merryband here. We'll go ahead and get stuck into this Mirelurker over here. And if I could just get him in VATS for a second. There we are. We'll go ahead and just sneak a little few headshots just in VATS here with the criticals. And as you can tell there, yeah, pretty good damage. Now this will more come into play as he's running at us and everyone starts wailing on him. But unlike modern weapons though, we can't stagger him as much as we could. So unfortunately he's going to be adamant as a tank when it comes to being shot at. But that won't stop me from trying to spam as much bullets as I possibly can. That's it, have at him. Alright, so he's mutated at this point, so he's going to be hitting harder. So if any of my squad mates goes down... Oh no, he's going after Winter. Quickly, get up, Bridget, get up. No, we killed Winter. Oh, that makes me mad. Hang on, I'm going to shoot him instead now that he's got me in nerd rage here. Yep, 800 damage there. Quickly get the reload in. And can I hit his face some more? There we go. Almost 900 damage hitting him in the face with that, and we'll just stim pack you with nothing. It was an opportune time, Winter. I'm sorry I couldn't revive you right away. Man, I don't think Winter and Rand get along very much. But there you have it. That was the G36, and you know what? Have a stim pack yourself. You've been giving it out all day. So, yeah, it's a pretty decent weapon. In fact, it's a great weapon. very well done on the modders' parts here. They've just blown me away again with their brilliant modding capabilities, and I definitely like this one more than the modern firearms one, even though the customization is a little bit on the cheap side and sometimes annoying. But again, it's actually kind of cool to actually buy the mods, and maybe they could implement that system into the next Fallout so that it makes shops a little bit more useful rather than for buying nothing. Oh, there's a lobster over there. I'm going to leave him alone. Also, if you'd like to see some of these companions in your game, these are all mods that I have created, and you can even grab one on PS4. Although be warned, it does have limitations, but you can get the same thing. Give companion rings to all three and they'll follow you, no questions asked. Thank you for watching, guys.